Okay guys, I owe many of you a part 2 to this series doing the headlamp conversion. I understand that some of you did buy another version of these Chinese headlamps. I like to call them the Ching Chong headlamps, Ching Chong Ding Dong, because actually that's what the company's called. If you're white or black or Mexican, you can't say that because that'd be racist, right? I can say that. So we're going to start calling these the Ching Chong Ding Dong headlamps, okay? So these Ching Chong Ding Dong headlamps that some of you got, you said you didn't have error messages in them, and it's because they came with a different set of harnesses, and that's okay. I did a lot of testing with these headlamps. Trust me, I've tried everything, and finally, there's a fix, and it's partially because of me, and it's partially because I kept contacting Ching Chong Ding Dong Corporation and told them I knew President Trump and I'm going to start World War III because of these headlamps, right? So there is an extra set of wire harnesses that comes with this set. We do not need to use them, okay? They are just an extra set for, I don't know, Prado or Volvo or something. We don't need to use them. Just take your OEM black and white plugs and plug them directly into your black and white Ching Chong Ding Dong headlamps. The only thing that's left dangling is this extra plug. It's a circle plug, and I'll show you right here. See this? It's a circle plug, and I'll tell you what the circle plug is for. Okay, the circle plug is for your switchback lights. They are going to make this into a turn signal whenever you signal, and then it's going to turn back into daytime parking lights whenever you don't signal. Okay, so this is what this extra plug is for, and we are going to use it. All right, so let's go ahead and get started, guys. This is actually the extra set of wire harnesses that the Ching Chong Ding Dong headlamps came with. Okay, there was a set for the left and a set for the right, and it was such a headache trying to figure out what wire goes to what, because it wasn't plug and play. You had these wires that were left hanging out, and you had to put power and ground to each one just to see what it would do, right? And hopefully it wouldn't pop a fuse. So I did that to every single wire, and I narrowed it down to finally what works and what doesn't work. So let's go ahead and get rid of all these wire harnesses except this Y splitter right here. This Y splitter is what comes with every single Ching Chong Ding Dong variations of these headlamps. If you've seen the ones that don't have error messages, it's because they also come with this wire harness. It's just in a different packaging. It has insulation. It's probably black. If you notice on clublexus.com, there's another person, I think his name was Zhao. He had an extra harness, and he says that it works. It goes to his switchback lights, but they didn't look like this. It was an insulated black harness one, and it's exactly the same thing. So we are going to use this, okay? One for the left and one for the right. Okay, so let's go ahead and plug this in. I'm going to take the driver's side one first. Let's do the driver's side one first, okay? So you got this Y splitting harness right here, and it's at this end only goes in one plug, which is the Ching Chong Ding Dong side, right? So let's go ahead and plug it in, all right? After you plug it in, you're going to have these two plugs, one right here. One is a male, one is a female. They go in between your turn signals, and what I mean by turn signals is I mean this. You're going to go to your bumper turn signals. You're going to go ahead and disconnect the light bulbs out of here. Okay, turn it counterclockwise. Take it out. I already loosened up the entire wire harness just so I can have a lot of slack while working with this. You're going to go ahead and take this turn signal, and let me show you what I'm going to do. You're going to take this turn signal right here. You're going to unplug it out of its socket. You're going to take the socket size and you're going to plug it into one side of this Y splitter, the one that fits, okay? It's only male and female, okay? If you guys can't figure out what part is male, what part is female, then you're just gay as fuck. Okay, so there you go. And the other side goes into the plug side of the socket right here. And there you go. This is your Y splitter that you're going to be using. What it's going to do is it's going to use your bumper turn signals to signal the switchback turn signals on the Ching Chong Ding Dong headlamps. You're going to do this to both sides, okay? Now I'm on my passenger side. I'm going to go ahead and do the exact same thing It's got the same plug up there. You see that? You see that? Right where the ching chong ding dong headlamps are? You're going to have one round plug. Let's go ahead and plug that in. The other side, Y splitter, same thing. The Y splitter is going to go into your turn signals. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and disconnect my turn signals right here. Got it? You guys can see, right? I'm going to disconnect the bulb from its socket. I'm going to put the male to the female. Male to the female. Not in America now, guys. It's just male to male or female to female. And I just feel really bad for my kids growing up here. Okay, so here you go. There you go. You got your Y splitter. All right, so let's move to the next step. Remember how I said that this is only partially, I take credit for only the partial resolve of this. It's because I did reach out to Ding Dong Ching Chong Corporation and their supplier, and they said, oh, okay, yeah, you guys got a different variation of the GX460. You know, in China, we call it the, I don't know, the GXPENIS. Dumb fuckers. Well, anyways, they said, well, you need this. It's a resistor because it's going to trick your system that, you know, you have OEM lights in there. And I'm like, okay, do you have instructions? And they're like, yeah, it's in Chinese. And I'm like, fuck you. Just send it over and let me see what I could do with it. So they sent over these two types of microchipping relay E equals MC squared with 3 wires coming out of it. And it didn't have these connectors, okay? So what I did was I went into my box of goodies, this box of goodies on my electrical connectors, and I took male connectors, okay? You know what are male connectors, right, guys? They're male connectors with inserts. They're insulated, and it has a little aluminum barrel inside for you to crimp wires into. So what I did was I attached male connectors to each end of this. Black, red, and blue. And I pretty much tested every single wire on that headlamp until I found something that triggered something to make it work. Okay? Trust me, I tried everything. I even went to a marriage counselor and she still dumped my ass. Well, that's another video, guys. So let's keep going. So I did the male connector only because I wanted to connect and disconnect to each single wire. So I went ahead and I went back to my car here and I looked for every single red, black, and blue wire that I can find to test, okay? So what I found was if you go to your gray plug, and between your gray plug and the Ching Chong Ding Dong headset, you want to install T-taps. T-taps are these 3M T-taps that allows you to plug in the male connectors in and disconnect if you don't want to leave it in there. Okay, so I could take these out and tape it up and it'll still look like OEM. Okay, so right now, so I T-tap the black wire that's in the gray plug. I T-tap the red wire and the blue wire that's in the gray plug. Do not touch this black plug. This black plug is your auto leveling. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it to the other side. Here's the passenger side. Except this time I learned my lesson. I did all the tapping close to up here where the black tape is in case I made a mistake. I could remove these T-taps and I could use black tape and wrap it up and extend it. So it looks like I never messed with it, right? So send them back. They're a piece of shit headlamps. Well, anyways, let's go ahead and plug those E equals MC squared relay looking microchip thingy-majigs. Okay, so let's go ahead and install them. So let's start with the red one. The rail mail connector, I'm going to insert it into, let me move this, guys, into the red T-tap insert and plug it in. I'm going to take the light blue one and plug it into the dark blue one. Don't worry about light blue or dark blue, it's still blue. I just figured, you know, they were colorblind over there in China, so I didn't give a shit. Here you go. No wonder they only have a one-child kid policy because they're all colorblind. Anyway, here's black, and it's going to black, right? All right, there you go. Okay, now we're going to do it to the passenger side. Now we're on the passenger side. We're going to take the same Cracker Jack, I don't know, crate and barrel looking decoder ring plug, and we're going to tap the red one into the red wire. Tap the blue one into the blue wire. Wonder what my ex-wife is doing right now. Wonder if she has a new man by now. I don't know. I might want to go over there and stalk her. I know where her bedroom window is. Anyway, that's a different video. I'll share later on. You want to plug the black. I don't know why I said plaque. Okay, so take a look. Take a look closely. Right there, it's going to look like that, and it's going to be very close to the Ching Chong Ding Dong headlamps, okay? So what I want to do right now, see, everything's connected, right? Nothing's been taped up or anything because I want to test it. Now the Y splitter goes to each turn signal. I didn't disconnect the turn signals like what Club Lexus did. Some people that have the other headlamps that only allows this switchback to work, but left the bumper turn signals loose and not connected to anything, so they turned that into a fog light. I don't care for it. I just want everything looking bone stock as much as possible. So let's go to the car and check it out. I'm gonna head over to the car right about now here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start my engine. Okay, look at the lights. If you see the lights between my hood and my dash, they're on. They're looking good. Let's go ahead and test the turn signals, okay? I'm gonna push my hazards. There you go. You guys see them flashing over there? Let's go take a look at them. There you go. The headlamps are on, all LEDs are on. And look at that. The bumper turn signals are also on. So we completed a whole entire series right there, okay? Everything works. We didn't lose our bumper turn signals. We didn't lose our switchbacks. We didn't lose our LEDs. We also didn't lose our parking light that's in the corner right here. We didn't lose anything. I ensured of that. Okay, so let's go back in the car and make sure that there's no error message. Now you know that the car has been running for quite some time, right? So let's, some people, and including me, have noticed that the error message only comes on after a minute or two, and we have to be driving. So the car's got to be in park. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn off the turn signals. Okay, and let's go ahead and put this in park with your brakes on. Once you put it in drive, your error message should come on by now. If it hasn't gone on by now, then that ding dong decoder ring thing worked. So let's put it in reverse. Let's put it in park. Let's put it back in drive. Let me turn on my twin turbo. I got a button. I'm just kidding. I don't got twin turbo. Oh, fuck that. Too old for that shit. Okay, so there you go. So let's test our turn signals. I tested the hazard. Let's look at the turn signal. I'm going to turn left. There it goes. There's a switchback. Woo! There's right. Okay. Let's do some more tests. Let's turn off the lights and let's turn them back on. Let's see if everything works. Okay, they turn on. Left again, right again. High beams work. I just saw it. And after going through all that series of button pushing and in between jack off sessions, the error message is not coming on. So what else should I do to test this? You know what I want to do? Let's put it back in park. Let's turn off the engine. Because I really hate putting everything back together and find out that that error message just came back on because, I don't know, there was a fluke or something. So I'm just going to go through everything, guys. Okay, so I turned off my lights, or I turned off my engine. Let's go ahead and start the engine again and go put it in drive. Okay, there you go. Put it in drive. I'm going to go ahead and put the car in drive now. See, it says D. D means drive. Don't think dirty. Okay, I want to wait a minute or two. I know you guys fast forward because you're like, dude, this is taking way too long just to prove and something. But hey, sometimes you have to, guys. Jesus Christ. You know how many times I've taken off that freaking bumper? Jesus Christ. I can do that in my sleep now. Okay, I'm going to put it in park. Can I honestly say that I'm very confident that I got rid of the error message for good? I am confident that the error message is gone. I'm going to go ahead and signal left for you guys. I want to show you what the left turn signal looks like and how it correlates with the bumper lights. So if you take a look, they're pretty much flashing at the same time. See that? That's a nice shade of orange, don't you guys think? That's a pretty nice shade of orange. So everything works, right? Everything works. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the headlights one more time because they're currently off, just to make sure. There, the headlights just turned on. I'm going to turn this off. You see that? The parking lights just came back on. Okay. And the flickering on the LEDs right there, somebody told me it's because the frame rate of the E equals MC squared divided by the Pythagorean theorem, and when your hand does this while you're driving, it starts flickering. So yeah, don't ask me. Just put it in the comments section and somebody can answer that part of the signs for you guys. So look at that, guys. No error message. Are we good? Are we good? So anybody that has the same set that I do that are getting error messages, please go ahead and write to your supplier, whoever sent you that freaking headset, and tell them that, you know what, my other friend, and you can copy my YouTube video or whatever, and just tell them that that you're getting an error message, you want to return them and you want a refund, but you've heard that there is a decoder box that the manufacturer provides you, and they will send one over free of charge, and it takes roughly a week and a half. They sent it over pretty fast because I was pissed off. I was riding back and forth and I was threatening a refund. Okay, so hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. No more error message. Peace.